Hi everyone, it's me, Crystalline, your proactive conscious aging life coach. How are you guys doing today? I am joyful in the Lord and in the power of His might. So glad to see you back at my channel. You know, the United States is facing an Arctic blast right now over much of our country. And so today I'm going to talk about what we can do, because we need to do a few different things. You know, a few videos back, I talked about changing up your skincare routine from summer to winter, but right now I have just a few more tips for you during this really cold weather. Now, before I forget, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, make lots of comments in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get my videos just as soon as I upload them. And if you really like this video, please share it with a friend. Let us get started. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is how we have to prepare ourselves before we go out. And even in our homes, we have to prepare ourselves for this cold weather, because we tend to use more heat during the winter, and sometimes that heat can be very drying. Unless you have a humidifier on your furnace or up in your bedroom or around your house, your face, your skin can get very dry. So that's one thing that you want to remember right there. Now, let's go into your cleansing and your daily routine. I'm going to talk about your morning routine right now specifically. The first thing that you want to remember during this very cold season is that you want to be gentle with your skin. So let's talk about being gentle. First of all, you don't want to use really hot water on your face. Now, during some of the other seasons, you might go a little bit warmer, but I say during this Arctic chill, you want to go a little bit too warm to tepid. You don't want to strip your acid mantle off of your face, which is your skin's natural barrier of skin cells. It protects our skin and keeps it moist. So use a warm to tepid temperature of water. Splash it on your face. I want to emphasize that you must be gentle right now. And with that in mind, you will want to use a creamier, foamier, oilier cleanser. And I'm just going to go right in order. My favorite during this time of year, as you know, is the Cerave Cream to Foam Hydrating Cleanser. Now this one is for normal to dry skin. And see, that's another thing. If your skin is a little bit oilier during the summer, it may get drier during the winter. So you have to really pay attention to that. I like this Cerave. I find this to be very gentle on my skin, but yet it does a good job. It doesn't strip my acid mantle. So it's a gentle cleanser that you might like to try. And also, here is the Hydrating Facial Cleanser by Cerave. Again, this one is for normal to dry skin. It hydrates and helps restore the protective skin barrier. These are gentle cleansers that won't make your skin drier during the winter. And I also have this one, the Dermatologica Intensive Moisture Cleanser, Moisture Cleanser. It's like a tongue twister, but this is Dermatologica. And this one is actually really creamy. Look at that. It won't slip off your hand. And so, whereas the other cleansers here, they tend to foam up, like this is cream to foam, and they make a good lather. This one here makes a little tiny lather, but not that much. It's very creamy. And I've been using this one at night. At first, I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I thought it was too creamy and it didn't foam up that much, and I want to see foam and surfactants and everything. But what I had to remember, and what I'm encouraging you to remember, is just because the cleanser doesn't foam up doesn't mean that it's not working. So these are just my suggestions for 3 very gentle cleansers that you can use during this time. Now, when you wash your face, you want to make sure afterwards that you leave a little water on it and just pat your face dry. I don't want to see any of this hard rubbing, with the towel. Remember, just pat, 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 pat. Leave a little water on your face. The water is moisture, and we're trying to lock that moisture in. Now, before you apply your serums, you've patted your face dry. I want to bring this to your attention because during the wintertime, your needs for serums are going to change. That's why I'm just keeping it to the morning routine right now. Generally speaking, in the morning, we want to use our vitamin C serum. And this one actually has hyaluronic acid in it already, but sometimes you may be using a vitamin C serum that doesn't have hyaluronic acid, and so you may have to use another one with your vitamin C like this. And I'm doing this in the little B-roll that I'm going to show you because it looks like a lot of steps, but the reason why I'm doing it is because some people don't have a vitamin C with hyaluronic acid. So I'm going to focus on hyaluronic acid for a minute. Hyaluronic acid is something that our bodies would naturally produce as we're younger. However, when we start getting older, everything reduces. So we don't have this as much anymore. So you want to make sure you use your hyaluronic acid at all times. During this very, very cold weather, this is going to be one of your very best friends. I'll just show you. This one is Tree of Life Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and I use this one all the time. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes I get up at night to go to the bathroom and I put it on then. Okay, I am not kidding. I don't want my skin to dry out. Now, it does tend to be pretty dry in our house, so I have to be wary of that, and I have to know that I'm going to have to use my serums and my moisturizers throughout the day. I don't know about you, but I'm just reminding you to be mindful of this, okay? So another thing I want to remind you of is that if you're using a stronger serum at night, for example, your retinols, the niacinamides, the glycolic acid serums, you want to tone down on those during the wintertime. Not saying not to use them, but not to use them as much. Say if you're using your retinol serum every night, maybe cut it down a little to every other night, because retinol, for example, is known to dry your skin, especially for people with sensitive skin. It's a wonderful product, okay? It's anti-aging for sure, and I do use it all the time. But I noticed that during the winter, especially when we have these wind chill factors that dip down below zero, I think yesterday or the day before, it was like 13 or 10 degrees and the wind chill was 5 below zero, When we have that kind of weather, we have to change up. I like my skin to look normal, okay? I don't want to have flakes all over it. I don't want to come and look and, I have the little dry patches all over my face. I know you know what I'm talking about, okay? You can prevent that. I'm preventing it, and I'm helping you prevent it too. So cut down on your stronger serums and go for a more of the hyaluronic acid serum and some other natural oils that I'm going to talk about in a moment, okay? Now, if you normally use eye cream at night, I want you to start using it during the day as well. The reason why is because we want to layer on everything. We want to have multi-layers on our skin when we have to go out there in the hawk. And when I was a child, my brother used to say in Michigan, we went out there and it was really cold, he called it the hawk, okay? So if you have to go out in the hawk, you want to have multiple layers of protective moisture on your face. Do I have any questions? If so, put them down in the comment section. You know, I love my videos to be a conversation between us. I'm not the world most authority, okay? I know a lot, but you might have some tricks or tips or hacks too, so please share if you do. Now, if in fact, by some accident, you did get some dryness on your face, I'm going to tell you what to do. Now, some people make a mistake of trying to exfoliate that dry skin off with a physical exfoliant. You know, the ones with the little grains, like the microdermabrasion grains. They try to get it off and they're, you know, scrubbing and scrubbing, and all that does is nothing. You know, it makes your face red, it dries your skin out, and it makes the area worse. This is what you should use right here. This is called Mother Made Exfoliating Aqua Peel. And this is a peel, and it's extremely gentle. It has moisture rich, I can't get it tongue-tied on this word. Moisture rich cotton cellulose, gentle combage exfoliation, vitamin E, and willow bark extract. Now, I love this product. It is perfect for taking off any little dry patches that you might have. You can use this regularly, you know, 2 or 3 times a week anyway. But I find that in the wintertime, I tend to rely on this more so than my glycolic acid peel treatments that you know I love. So during the wintertime, I cut down on those because they can be drying, and maybe I'll do them once a month just to make sure I have the glow in my skin. But if I want any other exfoliating, this is what I use during the winter time. And so now you know what I mean. And I have to, you know, say it again. I'm emphasizing this is during the very, very Arctic chill type winter weather that we're having right now. So that is that. Oh, and I almost forgot. I use my Riversaw anti-aging reparative serum a lot when it's really cold like this, because normally I would alternate retinol with Squalane. The next night I would use the glycolic acid pad, or I would alternate between the retinol and this. Okay, now during this really, really cold weather, I'm just mostly sticking with this, because I find that it does not dry my skin at all. I love the retinol. Like I said, it's wonderful for anti-aging, but during the winter, it can be a little drying. So, you know, I'm using this one right now for that. So, let me see. A couple of other things that I want to remind you on is after you've done your serums, you want to moisturize. After you've used your peel, you want to moisturize. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Can you say that with me, okay? I'm not trying to be funny, but it is so very important during this time that you keep that acid mantle on your face with moisturizer. And you know that one that I like to use the most, the L'Occitane Comforting Cream with 25% shea butter. That is my favorite. Whatever your favorite is, use it, and use it in abundance, okay? You have to keep your face soft and smooth during this weather. So I'm going to give you a couple of other tips here. Now, if you're going out into the cold, you know, I have been venturing out, but I haven't been going too far from home. Let me tell you, the other night we had a big snowstorm, and the snow plows piled a big patch, a big mountain of ice on our driveway, okay? So that's kind of prevented me from going out, and right now we're working on getting it down, praise the Lord. But on the other side of the driveway, you had to kind of maneuver and get out. And, you know, I don't want to go through all that. So I just been kind of staying in. Like today, I'm staying in. But when I did go out, it was so bitterly cold. I could feel it immediately. I could feel the air sucking the moisture out of my skin. But for this is Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula with vitamin E. This is cocoa butter oil, okay? I'm not messing around. You know, I've seen a lot of other skincare estheticians and experts, dermatologists recommending Vaseline and what's the other one? Aqua. Now, Aqua does have glycerin and it does have that healing effect, but never in a million years would I use a petroleum product on my face. And you know, we can go into that on another video. I prefer natural oils such as this. Also, you can get plain shea butter oil at your beauty supply store, your local beauty supply store, or you can get plain cocoa butter oil at your local beauty supply store. I really think it's best for my skin to have a natural oil on it rather than a petroleum product, okay? You can tell me how you feel about that down in the comments section. When I went to beauty school, what they told us students was that mineral oil actually draws water from the skin. Now, when you were a teenager, you might have gone to the beach and slathered yourself all over with mineral oil and everything. That wasn't doing anything. Chances are, if you did that and you didn't use a sunblock, you probably have all kind of sun spots and crinkles and everything else. Basically, you were just burning your skin up. So we were told not to do that. And then the research has shown that petroleum products really are a no. You can go onto the website that I recommended to you before, ewg.org, and you can do some more research about those petroleum products yourself. You don't have to take my word for it, okay? But you on my channel, and so I'm gonna tell you what I know. Amen. Okay, so if you're going outside, slug, use a thick coating of this on your skin. I don't care if you just walk into your car, okay? I found that when I went to the gym yesterday, it was freezing in there. And so between walking from my car into the gym and then into the gym and then back to my car, and then I did make a second run to the store, and just going back and forth, being exposed just for that small amount of time, I could feel my skin drying out. Fortunately, I did take moisturizer with me to the gym, and I did use this before I left home. I want to encourage you to slug anytime you're going to be out in this Arctic weather. You know, the hawk is not playing. You have to not play either. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. And again, I say moisturize. It will be your best friend right now. A couple of other things that we want to remember. Let me start with this. This is the sunscreen. This one is Biossance, Squalane, and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. This is my very, very favorite one. I put this on before moisturizer. Now, in the summertime, I can just use this alone as a moisturizer because of the Squalane. Okay, but during the wintertime, I always put on moisturizer over this. And remember, if you're out in the snow, snow reflects light. And it reflects that sunlight right back on your face. And if you're really serious about anti-aging, or should I say proactive aging, and you don't want to have a whole lot of excessive wrinkles and crow's feet and all of that, okay, you have to be wary of the products that you use and the environment that you're going into at all times. So we're going to keep using that. We're also going to protect our lips. I have this little cute one. It's called Magic Rose Mint Moisturizing Lip Balm. And I got this one from my local beauty supply store. And it's a combination of rose and my favorite peppermint. I love peppermint oil. This one is Carmex. And Carmex actually has some sunscreen in it too. You want to make sure you slather this on your lips as thickly as you can stand it, okay? The wind is not playing. The cold is not playing. This is the Arctic chill. I want you guys to be ready, okay? A couple of other things before I wrap it up, okay? Oh, I want to remind you. Now, if you're wearing one of those kind of cool hats that are so nice and they cover your whole head and they come down on your ears with the ear flaps and come all across your nose and everything, those are awesome. I'm getting ready to order one, as a matter of fact, because I really like to walk outside, and I do have a pair of bear paw boots that protect everything from the knee down, and so I'm trying to get protected from the head up, so I'm going to get one of those types of hats. But the thing about them is because they are covering your cheeks and your neck and all of that, it's gonna suck moisture out of your skin, okay? So when you get home, you need to take that off immediately and moisturize. And even if you don't wash your face, you can use a spray like this. This one is Dr. Brandt's Hydrating Essence. And you can spray some of this. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Dr. Brandt's Hydrating Essence. You can spray some of that on your face and then immediately moisturize or slug. You know, those hats are wonderful, but they can wreak havoc on your skin in this kind of chilly weather. Another thing is that you may want to use your hyaluronic acid when you take that hat off, so you can keep your skin from drying out. Drink lots of water, okay? Fluids, tea, avoid caffeine. Now, caffeine has a drying effect on your skin, so you want to avoid too much caffeine. You want to drink a lot of water, a lot of tea. You might even drink some juice, whatever. You want to hydrate yourself. Also, be mindful. Some people take anticholinergic medication. Anticholinergic medication dries out your system. So if you are aware of any medication that you take that has that effect, for example, like diuretics, some psychotropic medications, it runs the gamut, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and list them all. If you have some medication, look it up. See if it's an anticholinergic medication, and then, do what you need to do to re-add the hydration to your skin, to your body, and make sure you're not drying out. Now, speaking of body, I'm going to do another video on how we can protect our body skin during this Arctic blast, but it's not going to be this one because I'm just about finished, and I'm going to just thank you guys for watching this video. Again, give me some conversation down there in the comments and let me know what you think and some of your tricks for keeping your skin together during the winter time. God bless you.